Hello, welcome to video. Um, so, you ever experienced that where you solve something and you know how anybody else has solved it, and like, wow, I solved this. And so she's been watching my videos on the Peter Move to Jerusalem. I go through step by step the wisdom to solve who Peter's wife was, and her name was Mary, and how to get there. Your average person who reads the text, they read it too fast, they don't exercise with them, and so when they read it, they're like, there's no way to get to where you're at. You're wrong, blah, blah, blah. But when a person slowed down, read text carefully, exercise wisdom, exercise hermeneutics, you're going to have a very different takeaway. And that's just so interesting about God's Word. When you slow down and exercise wisdom and all that, you're going to see things that most other people don't see. So if you watch my 6-part series, Did Peter Move to Jerusalem, where I solved Peter's wife, who it was, and go through it step by step, the thinking process. I'm basically thinking out loud to this. And you'll see how I came to that conclusion. I was conversating with another believer, and he was very interested in what I was sharing with him. And then he asked, if anybody else had come to that same conclusion. And I don't know. And so I thought, well, I'm going to look into that. So I did. And I came across this article, again, exercising wisdom and really piecing together. This guy not only came to the same conclusion I have, but he was actually able to piece together the family tree. He took it a step further. And again, exercising wisdom and thinking through step by step. And he explains some of this, okay? And very fascinating. So, he was able to figure out whose wedding it was in John 2, where Jesus turned the water into wine. Whose wedding it was, okay? So remember, Jesus and his disciples were invited to the wedding. So who would do that? Who would invite Jesus and the disciples to the wedding? So that tells you who wedding it was. It's one of the hints anyway. So it's very fascinating. So you'll have access to a link to this article in the description below. And so I also will have this picture too. I'll put this on Google Drive so you can have access to it. So I'll try to create it. I haven't done that yet, but I'll add that, and then I'll include a link to that. But this is the actual family tree. This is just so fascinating. Oh my gosh. This guy did his homework. This guy in this article, oh my God, this guy did his homework. And I really think that he had to use software to piece it together, because it's really difficult, at least for me anyway. Without software, it's difficult piecing together. But anyway, he was able to solve who was at the wedding, whose wedding it was, and piece together this family tree. It just gets fascinating. So anyway, like, wow, I would have never solved that, Well, I solved this portion of it right here, but to get as far as he did, wow, he went a lot further than I did. But anyway, I'm just excited. I'm just stoked, to solve this sort of stuff. And then somebody else also solved it, which is extremely rare. And then to take it even further, we're piecing together the connection, the relational connections. So anyway, so I will, that's pretty much all I have to say. So I'll have the links in the description below. Yeah, so I hope that you do your, watch this video, do your research, exercise with them, try to piece it together, and if you're able to make those connections, it's just fascinating. the amount of wisdom it takes to get there. That's what's so fascinating about God's word. It takes wisdom to be able to piece this stuff together. Anyway, so I'll let that be. So anyway, so that's what's going to be the title of this video. Whose wedding was it at the wedding at Cana in John chapter 2? So, alrighty. Thanks for watching. All right.